And we're seeing one of the teams that was upset very early on, moving their way in the top 8. It is Tiffany and Wilson versus Wingshell and Muteboy. Wingshell and Muteboy, that is a combination that we're not used to hearing in top 8 for 2v2s. We know
I honestly, yeah, like I know who Wingshell is. He goes to a lot of LANs.
Right.
So like I personally, oh, that guy's Wingshell. I know that guy.
Yeah, that's exactly the same.
I don't know who Muteboy is, and honestly, I never knew who Wingshell played with before. I don't know if this is a new teammate, if this is an old teammate, but he does have a really cute Kaya skin.
3, 2, 1.
It's a cute skin.
It is a pretty good skin. I like the hat. Do you like the hat?
I do like the hat.
It's a little
I like
fuzzy
the goggles
beanie.
too.
Like, especially like in winter with a little fuzzy beanie on top.
Yeah. Little poof.
Yeah. Don't really know how it fits in Mammoth Fortress. There's why like Robo would be even better.
Well, maybe it's like deserts get cold.
That's right, at night. Yeah, that's true.
Obviously, this is daytime, but
Brawlhalla maps that day-night cycle. Anyways, game's begun. Tiffany on Jala. Interesting enough, we always talk about how big Tiffany's legend pool is, and now she's picking Jala as the first. We saw Jala as like a counterpick legend throughout EU 2v2, and now she's just picking it up for the game number 1. Fell to their death really early on, and Wilson on the Ragnar, which we're just like used to now. Wilson also has a massive legend pool, but it has those go-tos.
Like, all of a sudden, and his legend pool is unorthodox.
Yeah.
From what a lot of, like, he has a Rayman in there, he has a Caspian in there, and even Queen Nai is unorthodox for a lot of people. Like, it's normal for him and like a couple other players, but it's unorthodox for the average Brawlhalla top player.
Absolutely. Oh, he was charging up that side signature there and got interrupted by the recovery. Looking for another finisher, but just spot dodging that axe there in place. Muteboy continues to live. Ooh, pivots. Pivots the signature that's able to kill Wilson off the top. And Wingshell and Muteboy are they're 2 stocks ahead. Tiffany's almost on her last. Tiffany's on her last stock. Did Tiffany run 4 defense stance? She's losing these stocks so quickly. Team combos coming out for Muteboy and Wingshell. All right, there's the cleanup. They're able to take out both the blue team stocks back to back.
There's a neutral light coming in from Wilson. He doesn't get the recovery follow-up, but he ends up eating a neutral light. He's actually in the orange right now, matching the damage that Tiffany has taken, but he is at least 1 stock ahead of her. Down signature coming right over the edge. Wingshell trying to come in with this Val pick. We haven't seen too many of that today. I mean, we didn't see Addy Mestic or Cake on stream, so we didn't see that Val. I can't remember if we saw any other Vals today.
I don't think Faison played Val at all.
Nope.
Or maybe he did.
We saw him play Val yesterday, but we didn't see it today at all.
Yeah. They're making it close. Tiffany is living a little bit longer and trying to go for that edge guard. I was expecting gravity cancel neutral signature. Maybe too risky, right? With your dodge off and that misses, you're basically dead. Oh, the spot dodge reaction
to get out of the way of that signature. Immediately punishes, and Tiffany's out, and it's 4 stocks to 2.
Danner connects. Wilson sent flying. And yeah, the thing is, it's not even 2 stocks shared between 2 teammates, right? It's just 2 Wilson stocks.
Yep.
So,
and one of them was very red and now taken away.
Like Wilson, incredible player, but 1 person versus 2. And Wingshell and Muteboy are showing that they have team combos ready and prepared, whoever they're up against. And we're watching it right now.
Wonderful.
Whoa! Gravity cancel neutral sig in air after a recovery to tag on even more damage onto Wilson. Incredible.
Who is Muteboy?
We're finding out right now.
The dude's sick, and like Wingshell is all of a sudden really, really good too.
Well, and like you said, it's a person that we know that goes to LAN, so they're clearly grinding the tournament experience, and now it's really starting to pay off.
Yeah, but I also go to LANs, and I'm not so good.
Do you enter in Brawlhalla tournament?
We used to.
Oh, wow.
I tied with TV once. That was the highlight of my professional Brawlhalla career.
Wingshell and Muteboy 3 stock.
Yeah, that was a very confident win.
Seeing it right there towards the end. They had the team combos ready to go, and Muteboy had Kaya strings that I haven't seen from other Kaya players. Like Kaya was originally Blue's legend, right?
Yeah,
back in 2018.
Blue and one of the players in this match, Tiffany.
Yeah, and these are things I'm like, huh? I never. A bow recovery and the gravity cancel neutral sig, because you slide a little bit with the neutral signature until you can let it go, and you can charge it in the air enough to where you can get that falling read. Because some players just won't dodge after a bow recovery, right? That's usually the combo ender.
Yeah. It usually has enough force that you're like, okay, well, they're not going to be able to get over to me. Right. Why would I dodge right now? They're not going to be able to cover that distance. Wingshell coming in with that jumping nair, trying to take Wilson off of Muteboy.
Game number 2 is underway, and Muteboy is taking a considerable amount of damage to everybody else. Oh, that neutral light connecting with both of Blue Team. Both of Blue Team's players. Downlights from Wilson. Tried to get that reset downlight. Just downlight after downlight for a long time. Muteboy was going for the D-light, saying interrupted by Tiffany.
That spear's a ski pole.
Yeah, it's really
That's so cute.
It's also kind of unnerving because it's really sharp.
Yeah, but it's not quite as sharp as the candy cane.
Oh god,
that,
the candy
that
cane.
one's like
gives
that.
me
That makes
chills.
me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like
This is
there's
close.
no actual gore, but it feels like there should be.
Right.
Like it happens inside my head, and it's very uncomfortable to watch. This one's at least like cute enough that I can get past that.
Still a pointy stick.
That's true. It is a very sharp stick.
Weapon toss to allow me to play to recover, but it didn't matter. Wow. First strike and a double, essentially a team double KO occurring at the exact same time there. Wing Shell and Muteboy.
All right, hold on.
Down stock each.
I got a theory here. Muteboy is not John F. Kennedy. FDR. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I think that's the guy. He has the quote, "Speak softly and carry a sharp stick." Has the sharp stick. His name is Muteboy. This is that guy.
And he's back. He is back from the dead.
I think it's FDR. He's the guy that Robin Williams plays in Night at the Museum, has the mustache, the Rough Riders, and rides on the horse. I think that's FDR.
So you're saying that he's here to claim his championship in Brawlhalla.
Yeah. He wants that spring championship, man.
What the storyline, dude. That is incredible. Even the bow is a little pointy. Now that I think
Yeah, speak softly. Muteboy, carry sharp stick.
well, it's not working out so well for them in game number 2.
Well, it's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
Because Kai
but
actually does have a
they're
considerable
about,
amount of defense as he gets knocked
Tiffany
out.
is down sigging Muteboy as Muteboy is brought down to the last stock, and Wing Shell.
Theodore Roosevelt, not Franklin Delano.
Oh.
Thank you, Toast.
Yeah, I don't know my history, so I was just hoping.
Look, I was close. It was still a Roosevelt. My bad. Oh, Teddy Bear. Teddy Roosevelt. Come on, man. Come on, me.
That's why I was thinking when you referenced Night at the Museum, I was thinking, oh wait, no, it's this Teddy.
That's what
But I didn't
I
want
was
to.
asking you.
I wasn't sure. I didn't want to look like you on stream. Anyway,
I don't blame you for that.
Wing Shell off the side of the stage. Tiffany, ooh, didn't get that down. Double sidelight
That's a
into
kill.
recovery.
And the D-Light side air coming out from
Okay.
Muteboy, trying to take out this stock from Wilson. He had to recover all the way down to the bottom. He isn't kill percent right now on his second stock. Muteboy's out. Wing Shell has to get through 3 stocks of the red team. One of those is pretty red on Wilson at this point.
Ooh, neutral light, down light. Oh, it doesn't work out. And now they're just having this DB1. That was very, oh my god. That is the coolest use of foul side stick I've ever seen. Being able to just snipe out Wilson. But it's still a lot more they have to do, right? Because Tiffany's not, it's not like Tiffany's in red and he gets a side stick again. He had a side air that time. And Wing Shell getting punished for it. Oh, wow. Managing to make it through. So surprised that he was able to get so many hits in before finally dying, but Wilson was able to find that side stick from Ragnar, take out Wing Shell's last stock, bring it to a game number 3. The momentum is shifting in favor of Wilson and
Yes,
Tiffany.
definitely.
But with how quickly we're going into stage striking here, I think they're just going to be sticking to the same legends. Looking at the replays. Just seeing this finisher after finisher. And Wing Shell really made the best out of that 1v2 situation, taking advantage of the left side of the Great Hall to get a few hits in, but there's only so many moves that you can do. If one misses, like a sword sidelight missing in a 1v2, you might as well. It's a fast move, but
Yep.
you're going to be a goner.
You're going to take some damage off of that one. Even hitting the neutral light,
Yeah.
the opponent was ready. Tiffany was ready with that side signature, and Great Hall was actually the first map that was banned out. So we are going to Mammoth
Okay.
Fortress.
Mammoth Fortress is going to end the best of 3 here to decide who gets to move forward and fight against Cody Travis and Isidru for a chance to get the loser semis. Ooh, Wilson starting the combo off on Wing Shell and being able to turn around on the Muteboy as Tiffany was taking a little bit of a hurt. The Wing Shell has actually put a ton of damage on Tiffany. We saw that D-Light downer connecting with both teammate and opponent from Wing Shell. There connects, and oh, falling Sarah from Muteboy. Do a little bit more damage on that. Oh, wow. It's been, Wing Shell is neutralized it 3 times. Like dash forward, neutral light, dash back, neutral light, turn around, neutral light. Opponents are just falling. The first one in a row. Wing Shell finding so much damage with the red team, but they need to get these finishers. The D-Light Sarah will be a good amount of damage. The sharp stick not KOing, just yet the ground pound. Muteboy's just sending their opponents left and right, but they just can't get these finishers.
And the way that Wing Shell was using those neutral lights, like, he was using them defensively and offensively. Like, if someone was near him, it was that defensive get off me, dude. And if not, it was a dash forward. It was an aggressive movement towards the opponent, covering ground, throwing out that neutral light. Muteboy and Wing Shell are going to get the first stock here just a little bit over a minute into this game. Wing Shell, ooh, that is not a worthy trade for the red team. That did take Muteboy, but it also got Wilson in the exact same time. It's now 5 stocks to 4 with the blue team just a little bit in the lead right now. If
Ooh,
Wing
the team
Shell,
combo.
look at the damage they're putting out onto Tiffany so quickly.
Recovery comes from Muteboy and puts even more damage on the Tiff. Tiffany's trying to recover, but can't find the weapon. Wing Shell's just starving it, and the double side later recovery will just take out Tiffany's stock so quickly. Wing Shell still holding on to their first stock. That down air from Wing Shell setting up, still alive. Weapon toss stops Tiffany from being able to KO, and Tiffany just can't find a weapon. Weaponless for almost a stock and a half.
And that's scary
That down
in
right
twos.
still doesn't KO.
Sometimes you can get away with it in ones, but that is so scary in twos. Finally, that sword comes to Tiffany's relief. Takes the sidelight. Wilson coming in with the signature. Going to take out Wing Shell. Muteboy is just in the orange at this point. Tiff on her last stock. This is kind of what we saw in the first game that Muteboy and Wing Shell ended up taking victoriously.
D-Light Sarah puts Muteboy into red.
That D-Light Sarah was actually high enough to hit Muteboy and not Wilson.
Yeah, it was interesting.
That was a really cool looking.
Yeah. I'm sure if Wilson jumped even slightly, would have been a problem. Tiffany's so close to red, though. And Wilson doing a good job holding on to the stock. Down sticks are... Oh, maybe we can get down stick, those down stick edge guards that he's famous for on the right side of the map. Maybe there's a possibility for red team, but as Tiffany continues to get nared over and over again, there's one down stick on the stage, puts out that neutral stick. Oh, man!
Again, that signature is going to send Wilson. At least it's not going to take away the stock this time.
That's very important.
Using that recovery to contest Wing Shell, but that recovery is going to come from Wing Shell this time, taking out Wilson's stock. Tiffany might be falling here quickly. That recovery not enough. Try to get the weapon toss off for a little bit of hit stun to maybe follow up with an unarmed recovery. Again, the weapon toss going right over the edge, swapping back to the sword from the gauntlets. Could we see a sword side signature here coming out to take out Tiffany?
Tiffany is definitely maneuvering around. Like, we were talking about how, like, Mammoth Fortress doesn't support that kind of, like, all right, I'm on my last stock time. Ooh, the ground belt connects. Was just a little bit too close to the edge of the sharp stick. Muteboy takes him out. Now Tiffany, with no stocks left, puts Wilson into a 1v2 situation that looks almost undoable, but Muteboy isn't on a fresh stock. If Wilson could somehow get Muteboy off stage, maybe force a gravity cancel signature, he'll be able to finish the stock off very quickly. Recovery comes up. Oh, Wing Shell getting knocked off by Muteboy. Wilson doing a good job maneuvering in this 1v2. No team combo start, and the recovery into Muteboy. Wilson knows what his win condition is. If he can get rid of Muteboy, recovery connects. Oh, just barely doesn't KO. Muteboy running for their life.
Neutral
There's the
light.
team combo. Oh, the recovery doesn't finish it. Wilson's so heavily damaged, but it's still, right, he's just like, if I can take out Muteboy, there's a possibility. Down air. Goes with an air. Can he get the recovery? He does! Muteboy is out! Wing Shell has two stocks.
Two stocks, though. That's
it's
still
two
a
stocks,
lot.
but Wilson
That's
is
true.
Wilson.
This is 1v1. This is what Wilson actually probably would prefer, is a 1v1 situation.
Down tick gets missed. The dealer recovery will do the KO. Wing Shell, knowing Wilson's tendencies so well after so many lands, knows Wilson wants to go for the down tick there. Of course he does. He's the Ragnar who does it the most. That little flame.